Hello again, everybody, and welcome back. This is Mr. Lowe. Today should be Monday, and for today's lesson, we are going to work on lesson 14-2, graphing data using ordered pairs. Very, very similar to what you learned on Friday about graphing data and utilizing the ordered pairs. So here we're just going to, use appropriate tools. I've got a graph here. Remember, your x-axis goes across the page, your y-axis goes up and down. I think the lady from the last lesson talked about getting on an elevator, so taking elevator number 4 and going all the way up to floor number 5, or if we were going to graph point A, I'm going to go on elevator number 2 and I'm going to go up 1 floor and put a dot right there, and that is on 2, 1. That's going to be that point right there. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and take a look at a couple of our practice problems. And when we do this, I think you guys will see this will be relatively simple. I'm assuming it's going to go fairly quick, which is good, but we want to make sure we have a good understanding of what we're doing. So let's take a look, get into some practice, buddy. So it says graph and label a point. Well, here's the great thing about today's lesson. All your points are already labeled and graphed. All you have to do is pick the correct one. So I need to graph point A at 4 on the x. Remember, all of my data, and you might want to write this in your notebook, all of your data will be x value first, then y. So I'm graphing 4 on my x and 8 on my y. Remember, you guys, you can make these bigger. It'll be nice and easy for you to see then. So this is going to be 8 on my x and 4 on my y. So that's not it. It's not A. Let's go ahead and take a look at B. And B says 5 on my x. So I know that that's not it, because I don't want 5 on the x. I want 4. So let's go to graph C. And again, I make it bigger for us to see. Well, here's 4 on my x, but let's see what it is on the y-axis. I go all the way up to this dot and this line, and that line is right between 6 and 8. That must be 7. So this is 4, 7, which is also not what we are looking for. We're looking for 4, 8, which should be D, but let's open it up and just double check anyways. And sure enough, 4, 8, D is our answer choice. We select it, we click check, and we get a fantastic, which is just absolutely awesome. Okay, now we're doing 8, 4, so it should be just the opposite. We have 8 on the x and 4 on the y. Again, my suggestion is to make these graphs a little bit bigger so they're easier to read. Here is 9 on the x and 4 on the y. That's not it. We're looking for 8 and 4. This looks like it's going to be 4 and 8. So here's 4 on the x and 8 on the y. That's not it either. We're looking for 8 on the x and 4 on the y. So let's open up this one. And hey, there's 8 on the x, but it's only 3 on the y. It's only right here at the 3. So that's not it, which leaves us with letter D again. And checking it, we go 4 on the x, or I'm sorry, 8 on the x and 4 on the y. So I know D is my answer choice. For a lot of these answers, that's pretty much what you're going to be looking at. Really not much to do in your notebook, because I'm not going to have you graph anything just yet. What you want to take a peek at is as you move further down the road and we get past some of these problems that just have us graph, which let me see where we are. I think we can get to some of the story problems. Bill was looking at 17 different colors to paint his bedroom. Wow, that's a lot. And he liked about 1/4 of the colors. There's that word of. Of means multiply. About how many colors did he like? Well, about means estimate. So this even says round to the nearest whole number. So let's see here. I got 1/4. I'm going to multiply that by 17, which is 17 over 1, which I know is 17 all over 4. Every fraction is really a division problem. So I'm going to do 17 divided by 4. 4 goes into 17 4 times. 4 times 4 is 16. So it's going to be 4 and 1/4. Now, round to the nearest whole number. Well, 4 1/4, is that closer to 4 or 5? 4 1/4 is much closer to 4 than it is to 5, so we're going to say 4 is our answer. Absolutely. Good job, Mr. Lowe. Thank you, Mr. Lowe. All right, so you guys are going to go ahead and get started. You are working on Homework Buddy, and some of you will have the adaptive homework lesson. It is going to be lesson 14-2. If you finish early, and some of you may, I am going to ask that you guys work on Khan Academy if you are not at 100%, and I will have assigned a new lesson on Prodigy, which you can also work on. That'll also give you practice finding or plotting points. So that's it for the video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you hopefully on Tuesday.